They have uh they don't judge you. They are very loyal. They show compassion. They're full of love and understanding. Uh, they're entertaining. They can understand you at a level that a human can begin to understand you or anybody. And also you bond very quickly to that entity, that piece of life that came to you.
Pam, Renee, talk.
We
We
are.
are.
No, you're not. I can't hear neither. Oh, that's why I can't hear neither of
I'm
you.
the one. I'm
She's
the one
talking.
talking.
Like, what are you talking about?
Oh, I was turned down. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm on the phone
Yeah.
with Scarlett and TLO trying to deal with TLO. I'll be back shortly.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, Pam and them are.
We got this, Dwayne. So, yep. They're yep. They do come into your life every four paws, and there's a different connection with your parents and your siblings, and but sometimes you lose the connection with your parents, but yet you don't lose your connection with your pets, because your pets are always with you all the time,
Right.
and
Yeah.
so they will be able to deal with they can help you grieve over your the losses that you had before. So, but when your pet dies and you have nobody there to help grieve with that process. You have other people to talk to help you grieve with that.
Yeah. It was it was definitely really hard. I got her cremated and uh just kind of took time to get over it, and then um I ended up getting another dog to help me cope. So
Mm-hmm.
that dog's asleep on my bed right now. So
Oh.
yeah, he's a big lazy bum.
Yeah, I'm glad you got another fur baby uh to come into your life, and at the time that you need it.
I have a small zoo here. I have 3 cats. I have a dog, which is like a corgi mix. I have 2
Mm-hmm.
hamsters, and I just got a cockatiel not that long ago, my first bird.
Wow.
Yeah, she's actually out of all my pets, she's probably the one that needs the most attention. She's the equivalent of a toddler.
Oh yeah. So are you gonna train her to talk?
She's a female, so like she makes noises, but like I joined a few cockatiel groups on Facebook and on a message forum, and since she's a female, they don't make as many noises as the males do. The males are normally the one that you see like whistle and like mimic.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of mad at my husband because I let him pick her out at the pet store. I feel
Mm-hmm.
bad because I probably should have went to a breeder, but I didn't know at the time. But he picked her out and he picked a female. So I don't know if she'll talk or not. I hope so.
Well, who knows? She may surprise you.
She makes different noises, but a lot of the males are the ones that like mimic the whistling or they're saying, or like sometimes they can even mimic voices like a kind of like a parrot almost.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a start.
Have you had any birds or any other animals besides cats?
Nope. I'm strictly an alloraphile. I had cats all my life, ever
Aw.
since I was singleton. My first cat was a red tabby, and he had a white stripe going down his belly, and we named him Sebastian.
Oh, oh, tabbies are adorable. They're the most lovable cats, man. I love tabbies. They're so affectionate.
Yep. And then when I got older, I got a uh I had a another cat by the name of Cuddles.
That's a good
That
name.
was yeah. We were It was either Coddles or Cuddles. If it was a boy, it would be Cuddles. If it was a girl, it would be Coddles. But it turned out to be a boy, so it was Cuddles. Then then I had another cat, which 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 I personally got. Her name was Samantha. We named her after the uh, the person that sold us to her. His name was Sam, but uh, I decided to call her Samantha. But she was beautiful.
Mm.
She lived till to be 20 years old. She lived 5 days past her birthday.
Mm.
Yep, She died 5 days after her birthday. Yep, I found her passed away on my kitchen floor.
Oh.
Yeah, she had hyperthyroidism. That's when her thyroid gets ramped up.
My my husband's grandmother, I could never figure like what type of breed. She had two cats, and these
Hmm.
cats were both white. They were so pretty,
Hmm.
but like they were huge. I don't know what type of breed they were, but like they were huge cats. I don't mean in weight, but I mean like they were very large cats. Like I mean they were like this. They're huge and they're white. They're pretty though.
Could they have
They're
been Turkish van or or possibly a white uh,
They could
Maine
have been a
Coon?
Turkish van because I wanted one of those. I almost got one of those from a breeder because they like water sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's funny you mentioned that. That was the breed of cat I wanted when I was a teenager. I never got one. But yeah, I thought it could have been that. Or there was another one too. I can't think of the name, but they're normally like larger breeds.
Well, the larger breed cats are mainly like Siberians, the Turkish vans, the Maine Coons, uh, the uh, the oh shoot,
Oh my god, you got me looking at Turkish fans again. My husband
uh,
will be so
the
upset. I can't get no more cats. They're so cute.
uh, the Bengal. Oh no, it starts with a Serengeti is another big cat.
I never heard of that one.
Yeah, it's like it's a domestic cat. This is one of the rare breed domestic cats. So, and and another one, the other one is the one that Justin Bieber just got. He has two of them. I think that's another uh large breed cat.
Hmm.
But that breed that Justin Bieber got, you have to be very careful on what uh, how far away that breed is from the original breeder.
Oh yeah, so he had enough money where he almost got a cat that's almost it's almost like a wild cat almost.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he has the money
Mhm.
to do that.
Yeah, he has two of them.
Aw. They are cute.
Yep.
They're like little
Mhm.
cheetahs.
Yeah,
Aw.
they're a lot of work,
Oh, I bet.
and they're very active. And you also have to have a lot of time with them, and have a lot, have like a
Do they actually
large
eat meat? Like, I
space.
imagine you'd have to have money to even feed them a special diet.
Uh, you can feed them cat food and also, uh, Jackson Galaxy probably would say this, but uh, have them on a raw diet.
Yeah.
Cats should be on a raw diet. Any any breed, any breed of cat should be on a raw diet because it uh is good for their digestive system. It's good for their health, their fur, their eyes, their everything. And the next best thing is like the wet food,
What food?
and and the and last is the dry food. That's absolute dead last. You should feed the cat. So yeah, I'm somewhat knowledgeable.
Yeah. Yeah, you know a lot about cats.
Uh-huh. And I even took a test on Amazon, not on Yahoo, and they said, oh, uh, they have all these different uh, like tests that they have, and they said, oh, only some people pass this amount of tests. I got a 94. I got a 94 on it.
Have you ever worked with a rescue before with cats or anything?
No.
Well, that's something you might look into. They're always looking for help.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about it, but we already have too many pets right now, so I can't. But I always thought that would be uh fun to do. Well, I used
Well,
to work at a vet, so I was used to working with them.
mm-hmm. Well, down the road, I might, but right now I gotta work on some medical stuff first. So,
How did you meet Dwayne?
actually, he was on about, let me see, about several months ago. He came on air while he was uh on the show with Scarlett,
Yeah.
and uh he was going to the hospital for something. He was in
Oh.
the car, and he was broadcasting, and he was talking about something about prepping or something like that, and that's how I got to know him.
Oh,
So that
so you just found the show on Facebook then?
actually I started out on another show that they had on Freedom Revolution, but that person recently left the left the pro left the left Freedom Revolution network. So they 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 were he that person came with the network, and that's how I I got to know everybody with the network, and I started uh like getting to know everybody on with the shows and stuff, and getting to know the people and listening like a little bit in the background. And Melissa asked me to become uh, a moderator so that she's able to do more work because she needs somebody to help like in the background, like to help out with like like the forefront stuff, so she can be able to do all the background stuff, and she could be able to concentrate with her co-hosting with Tim Parson. He's with uh, the original Red Pill show that's on here on Freedom Revolution Network. They have shows on right now. He's doing his show on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but uh, he's on vacation right now, so he hasn't been on for a while, except for last Wednesday when the riot was going on. So and then I got to listen uh, uh, to Red show and Scarlet show, and got to know everybody. And here I am.
Yeah, I just know Dwayne, so I just know the like since he's my friend, I see his feed, so I knew he's done the
Mhm.
show, so I've got to know his show and
Mhm.
Scarlet. I haven't watched any of the other ones yet, but I just added them on Twitch, so
Mhm.
I might start watching some of the other ones.
Yeah, the one with Journey into Freedom, that will blow your mind. Uh, Scarlet, Scarlet, and Red. Red Gypsy is she has several hats, but she's more into Reiki. She has she's a professional in doing Reiki stuff, and also she's a goat farmer.
Oh,
Yeah, she has lots of kids, and like goat kids, and she has one son and a husband. Lives on like a homestead off the grid. So and 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 I guess you know Scarlett too, right?
yeah, I've been introduced to her a couple of times on Dwayne's show.
Hmm.
She's a she's pretty knowledgeable and very I don't know how to say it. She's very
She's like an encyclopedia.
yeah. Well, yeah. Well, like she knows what she's talking about, and
Hmm.
she's very motivated in what she talks about.
Oh yeah,
So
passionate.
yes, I often watch and get to see her and Dwayne go back to forth. So that's always entertaining.
Oh yeah. Oh, excuse me.
Honestly, I just got into the show
Sorry for
this
coughing
week.
in your
Uh,
ears.
no, you're fine. My volume's on like medium. I got a good headset, but I literally just got involved with Dwayne's show when all these riots happened. Like that's how I got involved with it
Mhm.
because they started to cover it. Um, I can't remember when these started last week. Was it like Friday or Thursday? But whenever it was, I've been watching it with them since then throughout the week.
Yeah, I think it was like Tuesday or Wednesday when it started. It started out peaceful, and then started escalating, and it's been going on ever since. It's been getting crazier and crazier.
Yeah, did you ever find anything else about the White House? Are they actually
I haven't. I'm looking at a different group right now, and
I haven't found anything on Facebook Live or anything yet.
the only thing I see here from this one group is that there is a on Fox 29. There was a
Hey
there's a
guys, can
clip.
anybody
Huh?
can hold on? Can y'all hear me?
I can.
Yep.
Okay. Hey, right now it looks like Garfield's doing okay.
Oh,
Okay.
that's good.
I'm still gonna be back out of here for a minute while y'all are holding it down for a minute to kind of help TLO.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll be back in like 5-10 minutes, I promise.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So there was a clip about the White House about DC on the group that on Messenger, and they were saying that they were defacing the White House grounds. The uh, the security box that's in front of the gate to the White House has been torched. There at the Carnegie Library and the Apple Store there was explosion in that area, and I don't and there was a lot of looting going around,
Yeah.
and they were and now they have called in uh the military, every or the National Guard into DC, and they might end up just locking that whole place down.
That was one place as a protester I would be scared to protest.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't go anywhere near the White House.
Oh no. They've already sent Trump to the bunker, and they have already turned all the lights off
Oh,
at the
the
White
White
House.
House is blacked out right now.
Yep, and even the outside lights are off. And I got that information from the Texas News Studio before they ended their broadcast for the evening.
Yeah, I can't find any live. You think we'd be able to find something live near the White House, but unless it's completely locked down and they're not let anyone. I mean, I imagine by now they have it locked down where you can't even get near it, probably.
Mm-hmm. Well, the only information that you can get is just from news feeds and stuff like that.
I don't know, but if you like a police scanner in DC,
Mm-hmm. And also they were showing on Texas News Studio of Boston, people looting the stores in Boston, and also they said that the protesters were blocking the train station so people can't get on them, and they were doing mass arrests there, and also New York City is getting bad. So, and there was a few places that were caught on fire here in Philadelphia. There was like uh two stores that were caught on fire. One was like inside this center city in Philadelphia, and also a start a stand up standalone Starbucks in this in the city park in Philadelphia was on fire. That happened yesterday. It's crazy.
Yeah, I have a
So
I'm trying to find a police scanner at in DC right now.
sometimes they encrypt. Ooh, sometimes they encrypt them.
Sometimes I mean I don't do police or dispatch, so sometimes I don't even understand half the codes they're calling out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know the codes either. The only person that would know is Dwayne. So, uh, this world's going to hell in a handbasket.
This year is definitely turning out to be a very interesting year, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. And all this is happening on an election year. Go figure.
Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of surprising that all this is happening on Trump's last year.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
Well, I got news that Yellow Springs volcano could be waking up soon.
Yellowstone.
Yeah, the
Wow.
volcano there. Yeah. It picked the right
Wow.
year. Yeah, I mean, I hope that doesn't happen. That would be good for that would be good for none of us. But yeah, that's
That'll be the icing on the cake. We end up in a volcanic winter.
yeah, I mean to everyone that's in the blast zone, that's going to be bad, but I mean all of us would feel
The whole unite
I mean there'd be toxic
the
ash
entire
everywhere.
United States. Mm-hmm. And Yellowstone is a super volcano. So
Oh, I
that
know.
means that it will once it erupts, it will it will blast apart, and the ash cloud will envelop the entire uh, United States.
Well, I hope that doesn't happen.
Heck, everybody has their masks.
Yeah. That's only going to
So,
help up to a certain point with that though. So,
mm-hmm.
volcano. you know.
And also Utah is under a caldera. Uh,
What's that movie? One of my favorite movies is about a volcano, but I can't even think of the name.
oh, here's a news flash. Police and National Guards patrolling neighborhoods and shooting civilians on their own property in Minneapolis.
No, I sent Dwayne a short video
That,
of them of that happening.
oh,
Yeah, hold on. I'll put that link
well, I
in
got
the.
that from another.
Hold on, let me find it. Hold on. Just stream. It's a big link, but
Okay. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I don't know how to play this.
you would, if you have Facebook up, you should copy the link, and if you put it in the browser, it should pull
Oh
up
yeah.
the TikTok website and play it. And it's like a 15-second video, but it shows those people getting shot.
Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't have TikTok. I would have to see this on YouTube or something.
Oh, let me see if I can find it on there. It's not letting you play it because I don't have TikTok on my computer, and it was still. Hold on. Let me see if I find it on YouTube.
Or maybe I could play this a little bit in a little bit.
Well, maybe I gave the wrong link. Most of the time, people can play it
Mhm.
even if they don't have TikTok.
Let me see here. Copy.
Neighborhood. TikTok.
Yeah, right now it's loading.
Oh, okay. It's a short video.
Mhm. Wow, it's just
Did it let
wow.
you
They have
see
a
it?
convoy going by. Hmm.
Yeah. Did it let you see it?
They had a Humvee go. Yeah, they have a Humvee go by, and they have the a SWAT team going into the neighborhood.
Yeah, and then it should show you. They start
That is
yelling.
just crazy.
They start yelling at the people filming, and they scream at them to get back inside when they're on their porch, and they start shooting at them. That
That is
was
just nuts.
yeah,
Even in
that
their own even if on their own property.
yeah.
Wow. Wow. The one person said, "Light him up."
Yeah, I know.
That is crazy.
I would be scared.
That was that was. I don't know if that was a. I don't know if that was a blank or a light bulb or rubber round or.
I don't think they could have shot actual bullets at her. It was probably rubber or something, but it was still probably hurt.
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was like a paintball gun that they were shooting
Well, you
because I
could see
saw
you saw fire.
like green stuff.
Well, I saw
Hmm.
it looked like fire.
Yeah, that was from the from the action from the gun, uh, but I don't know what type of ammo they were using. I hope it wasn't a live round.
Well, I mean, I think everyone in their house was okay. She just said she was like in pain.
Hmm. That was crazy.
Yeah, I know. I saw that tonight, and I like that. That kind of freaked me out. Like that's bad.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, they said the one girl got hit right on the leg, up by the thigh.
Oh, hold on. Is this live? Hold on. I can. Might let me share this. Hold on. Can I screen share?
All right, I got Pam back.
Okay, I'm back.
All right, guys, I'm back.
Yeah, something went wrong.
Yeah.
No, sorry about that.
Yeah.
So good news.
You okay?
Garfield.
Come on, shirt.
Garfield is up. He moved.
Oh, that's good.
He took a bite of food. But so I'm watching that video that she sent me from the White House. I'm gonna play it for y'all. Give me 1 second. I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a video from the White House. Sorry, I'm being weird.
Yeah,
That's the guard station.
Wow.
That's tear gas.
and 60 Secret Service men / women have been injured from this fiasco.
They're pushing people back away from the White House. No, that's the White House steps.
Oh yeah, and they were defacing that property too. They were spray painting it.
So as we can tell, I'm gonna turn my camera on for a minute. So as you can see right there, that was the government. That was the presidential White House.
Saturday's president evacuated to Camp David.
Camp David. Hold on, let me ask Scarlett a question.
Hold on, can I?
Hey, Scar, I got a question.
Yeah,
for you.
whenever
Let's see if this works.
Where's
whenever,
Camp David?
whenever the
Because that's where they moved President Trump to.
You're entitled.
They've already defaced it. No, the video that we just watched was them on the White House steps.
yeah, they breached the grounds.
Yeah, they
Okay.
breached the. They got through the fence. National Guard. I text you. Pam and them can hear me. National Guard will be moved in by tonight. The Army general is now involved. Secretary of Defense is now involved. Mm-hmm.
The Secretary of Army is now the acting governor of Washington, D.C.
Yep.
He's the acting governor. And now the National Guard, all the National Guard has been activated.
Yeah. So this is good. We're at Civil War.
Dwayne, did you find out what Camp David is?
Camp David is in Virginia. It is the presidential bunker.
So he's
president.
not even there right now. So he's not even in DC right now.
No, he will no longer be in. They moved him on Friday.
Well, yeah, they probably
anytime-
saw this. I mean, they probably saw this coming. So
Oh yeah, they want Trump dead at this point.
Yeah, they usually move.
where's my phone?
Do you know what? Oh,
I
I know.
what
I've been
that
inside the White House. I've been in. Right, Scarlett, you want to come on here in a little bit? Yeah, I saw that. I'm pissed off. That's where I get pissed off. I have Scarlett. Do you want me to put you on speakerphone, Scarlett, so everyone can hear you? All right, Scarlett's on the phone.
Yeah, so they burnt St. John's Church as well, which is 175 years of history. Okay, I appreciate history, and I just feel like they're being really inappropriate with this right now. Leave the artifacts alone. Leave history alone.
Blame the
Let
cops.
just be there to show the story.
Blame the cops in Minneapolis that started the fires.
Like,
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, what the hell do they know about Minneapolis? I mean, honestly, I get where they're coming from. What the hell do they know about Minneapolis? I mean, they're just looting everything. And the way they're tearing up stores all across the country is not like how they did it here. It was very methodical, very based on the location that they lived, very also based on some of the way that the owners act. Like the reason why the Chicago and liquor store was hit is because for years they've treated people like shit there.
They have.
They're saying
They have.
They're saying it's all because it's all in the name of George Floyd.
No, that's not what they're saying. No, it's not. Lo and I both know that this is systemic years of bullshit that we have all been through in Minneapolis. For real, for real.
Dude,
This is only a culminated to George Floyd.
Yes.
But I don't give a shit. We were waiting on the teeter after Philando Castile's death.
Yes.
right.
We were.
Or DeMar
we
Clark.
had. Right, or Jamar Clark, yeah, true. They tried to burn down the 4th precinct,
That's right.
and they camped out for like a week or two outside of there, and then they bulldozed everybody's camp.
So, and here's my thing: if the Secretary of the Army is now the acting governor of Washington D.C., here's the thing: that breaks now orders
This
of
is
the
Posse
president.
Comitatus. Yeah, no, this is now Posse Comitatus. Like, we have activated the 10th, that 10th U.S. Code or the amendment. I forget what the hell it is at this point. My brain is fried. But what it is Posse Comitatus. It allows for the United States troops to actually activate on U.S. soil, which is the first time in American history. You guys, we are living through such strange times right now. We are literally teetering on potentially America falling.
Correct.
I mean, it's so awful. We're losing American cities. Davenport, Iowa is rioting tonight. Davenport, Iowa.
Yes.
What
Exactly.
the hell? I mean, places that don't even have no business. And you know, I mean, and they're just, the way they're going about it in other places, like I said, is just even more brazen. They're
Wow.
shooting each other. They're shooting people. There's no unity like there is on the south side of Minneapolis, because there is so much south side pride over there. I don't think people realize, like, it's a thing to be called a south sider.
That is.
Amen, TLO. You know it. And there is pride with folks living on the south side of Minneapolis. I mean, and north siders feel the same way about their stuff too. But there really is a divide in Minneapolis. And then St. Paul's is own. Minneapolis hooks up together, and then they're like, and St. Paul. So usually it's kind of like
even though the Twin Cities were kind of separate in a lot of ways.
You know,
we are separate in a lot of ways.
But here's my thing, though: you burn down a church, and see, here's where my issue.
175 years of history.
And that's where I was getting ready to go.
Every president has been in, like, most presidents have been inside that church.
The last president
Have
to
had
be
their inaugurations done at St. John's Cathedral.
the last president to ever be inside of St. John's was Obama. I believe the last current president, our last former president, was the only president to be inside St. John's.
Hey, Dwayne.
I probably went there for church services, though. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Send Jordan an invite. Send Jordan an invite.
Oh, the link invite?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. We're going to have another person pop on StreamYards.
He's way more
Wow.
knowledgeable than me.
That doesn't mean you're leaving.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I just want you to invite him. I never said I was leaving.
Yes, Mom.
You're welcome.
I had to pick one.
I mean, it's just concerning to watch this. Leave history alone. Leave the White House alone. 'Cause I promise you, they burned down this goddamn White House. I'm going to whoop some ass myself.
Will you take me with you?
Burn down the White House.
Will you take me with you?
I will take you with me because you're gonna be on my way when I go to DC. So yeah, let's do this.
Take me.
Because I promise you, they burned down this motherfucking White House, and I'm up there whooping some ass myself. Go hit the Federal Reserve.
Right.
Go somewhere else.
They
Go
already
burn down
burned.
family court.
They already burned down.
Go find CPS.
They
Go
all.
do something that actually would really matter instead of trying to burn historical artifacts and things. See, this is why we cannot have nice things, ladies and gentlemen, and it's unfortunate.
They already burned down the U.S. Treasury.
Oh, did they?
The Treasury.
They caught the Treasury on fire.
Oh, how's everybody gonna get their stimulus checks now? That's what's dumb as hell.
And I'm supposed to fucking get mine. So thank for the people that fucked over someone that's financially struggling.
Yeah, then
Thank
so
you.
many more people are going to be hurt now because of this.
Yeah.
You know, just go in and loot it. Don't
Wow.
burn it. Go in and loot it. Don't burn it. And you know what? I've noticed that a lot of the other cities have been doing that. They have not been burning their stores, but they have been looting the shit out of them. And so I think that that's just my rules for looting. Not that I like it or condone it, but at this point, I just feel like loot the shit, leave the building. Okay?
See, here's my
Because
thing.
it's going to take years to raise all these buildings and get all this rubble out and remove all of these
To
structures.
try and
It's
bring
going to
these
take so
neighborhoods
long.
back.
Yeah,
Scarlett,
it's going to take forever.
come in the StreamYard, son.
No, I'm not ready for all that.
Oh, Bob. Who the hell is Bob Smith?
That's
I don't know.
Joran. That's Joran.
Jordan, what the hell? Why did he come in as Bob Smith?
That's
But-
his alias. He's had that since before he ever
Alias.
met me.
Yeah.
Well, I can't call you Bob Smith.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can.
have him change it then.
I can't call you. I know your name. Everybody knows your name. You said it on air.
It's fine. I'll change it. It's fine.
Yeah, and you can't pick Smith because Scarlett Smith's my jam.
Scarlett is her jam. And by the way, guys, I don't know if I said this in
He's
the earlier live
protecting-
tweets, but we have Anonymous working
No
beside
way,
us.
he's
Yes,
protecting his
and the
anonymity.
exclusive video that I had earlier that Dwayne shared with everybody from a friend who was on the ground with that tanker truck that went through the crowd here. I've got a lot of breaking news, TLO. I haven't told you any of this. I don't know if Dwayne did. But a friend of mine was down there when that tanker truck went through the crowd on 35W. And at that point, I got so many people asking me about that video, and people want that video because nobody's got to see it. And I guess the Black Panthers wanted that video. So they have a civil police street team that they're sending up here, and they have now decided to move their headquarters from LA to Minneapolis.
What?
That's interesting.
So, Jordan, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
So, the Secretary of the Army has now become the acting governor of Washington, D.C.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
So, right now we are sitting basically completely under martial law.
Yep.
Do you believe this is the new world takeover as we're seeing it, or do you think this is the seeing of America falling?
I think it's just, honestly, I think it's just Trump trying to save as much of his image as he can. So he's using this as an excuse in order to get martial law, in order to boost up his image as a war president, which he tried to do with COVID and he tried to do with Minneapolis now. So I think it's just all a stunt.
I could see that because technically Trump has never been considered a war president.
No.
Hello?
We can hear you,
That
Pam.
is true.
You know, the last president we had considered as a war president would have been Obama because he was the one that ordered the killing of
Osama.
Osama bin Laden.
Yeah.
Oh, and many innocent people.
And
Yeah,
many
kill
innocent
her.
people.
Yeah, drone strikes. Yeah, the drone strikes. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, he was a dangerous man. You know, they invaded many countries. We have to remember that Benghazi happened under his watch. And many other
Guantanamo.
systematic destructions of like
What-
Syria,
Guantanamo Bay?
Iraq, you know, Afghanistan. Even after they
Yeah.
rebuilt, they busted their asses again. You know, Obama was out for blood.
He
you know,
was.
he really enjoyed that. And I think to some degree, you know, Trump has always wanted to make the military mightier. You know, a couple of years ago, he had come out and said that, you know, he had basically told police officers that, you know, you could do this to people, unfortunately, which I don't agree with.
But do you remember who
and so
Obama's
I think
vice
that
president was?
now, go ahead.
Go ahead,
Do you remember
Jordan.
who Obama's vice president was? Who was the foreign policy powerhouse? It was Biden.
And I don't think he was a foreign policy powerhouse. I just think that he knew
Well,
how
that's
to
what-
shoot.
That's
He was
what.
very good
That's
at
how
getting
he bounced
in
the
with
ticket,
the right
though.
crowd.
Obama's domestic policies and Biden's foreign policy. That's what I was told. That bounced the ticket in that
Right.
regard.
Jordan. Okay, so here's the thing. Jordan does make a good point because I watched Obama's and Biden's presidency. Actually, when Obama was
Yeah, but how
reelected,
old were you, like 12?
actually, well, listen, no, I still knew a
I
lot about.
voted for Obama the first time as an 18-year-old adult. How old were you?
Okay,
like, you get what I mean? You would have been a child.
I actually knew a lot about Obama. I knew a lot about politics as a younger kid. Actually,
Good for you, Dwayne.
because of history class, I got deep into politics as a child.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah,
And
that is
with-
good.
You know, and when
Right? Isn't it good? Like, most kids don't even give a shit. It's
you know
like,
when because I actually voted in middle school when they did the school vote.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
Michael
remember taking
Mockler.
my first vote for Clinton in 92.
You know, so when Obama was reelected as the second president, I was actually in Akron Children's Hospital on the psych unit watching the inauguration happen. The past two presidents we've had an assassination attempt on both presidents.
Well, and even George Bush. I mean, hell. I mean, all presidents have had assassination attempts, but none like Trump. Trump, I say, was one of the most outward shows, like that man who was in Las Vegas at that rally.
Okay,
Who pulled
but
the gun
that was-
in the crowd. That was really great. Like, he really could have shot Trump.
right, and here's my thing where I was going. I watched Obama and
I'll be right
Biden
back.
until the day Trump was elected.
Right.
Biden was for foreign domestic policies.
Right. Well, that's because he's over in Ukraine fucking around with his son Hunter fucking Biden.
See, that's
You
where I
think
was
he's not
just.
all about foreign fucking policy? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because we're fucking raping countries over in the fucking Balkans and shit.
Okay, but here's the thing. But also, Obama was for political policies, which didn't
And
enter.
bullshit and secret. He was the one who
Yep.
got the executive order pen out. He's the one who created this executive order culture.
Yep, and let
It was
Yeah, he and W were pretty hard into it.
and happy like him.
let me go down this rabbit hole because Mel taught me how to go down it safely.
Okay.
So when
Oh.
Obama was elected for the second time, okay, because I believe he was going after Mitt Romney at that point. He was facing Mitt Romney, and Trump even said, not Trump, God damn it. Obama even said at every rally, we're gonna wage war. We're gonna stay in Afghanistan. But then here's my point, and here's the deep dark rabbit hole we're gonna go down on a political side. Once Obama was reelected, look at how many countries that motherfucker blew up.
Yeah, that was his whole point. Get me back into the office because I've tasted power and I
Exactly.
need to co-opt the full power. And that's what it was truly about for him. He had a hard-on for power. You know, and he said himself, I'll be back. You know, and I thought he definitely would have gotten hooked up with the UN. He hasn't as of yet, but I feel like that's still
He's
coming.
trying to run
You
for
know.
state governor, actually.
Where? In Illinois?
I believe so.
Where the hell would he be running for governor? Why would you even want to go backwards politically? I wouldn't even go anywhere. I wouldn't even do anything. If I'm not put as like ambassador or goddamn something else, I wouldn't even do it. After I've been
I think U.S.
president.
states are like rising up though. They're like trying to get back all their power now because Trump is like finagling everything.
Trump. Okay, here's the thing with Trump.
Trump isn't necessarily strangling anything, though.
No,
Here's the
finagling.
deal.
No, finagling. Sorry, I have a list.
This whole
Finagling.
agent provocateur
Hold on,
fucking system.
he was
Hold
trying.
on, no, let me speak. No, let me speak.
Oh, he was trying to fix himself. That's what he was saying. He was trying to fix himself. From what he
Because
said.
this whole agent provocateur system, right?
Yeah.
And Trump really doesn't have any control of that. They've been systematically removing him from his advisors or people that could help him or people that could be talking about certain things. They have systematically made him alone. So he's literally like, basically he's like a single odd man out, right? They don't keep him in the loop of any fucking thing.
Look at how many of his
And-
cabinet members were arrested.
Not
Or
even that.
resign.
They did that on purpose as witch hunt to remove these
Yeah.
people away from the guidance. You get what I'm saying? Like, they put Trump out on an island by himself, and now he's just kind of scrambling and swimming for air. Because the people he had before at least gave him a variety of opinions, right? And then they could help him understand what was going on the ground with the people. Ever since they've picked out basically his whole goddamn team,
Yeah,
And-
his original team.
and General Mattis is a plant. And so this
Oh,
is
for
why
sure.
he's been basically locked down.
Right.
So basically, Trump has been locked down for the past 3 years. This is my opinion. And they've removed him from anybody who could advise him otherwise in a smart fashion. And they're doing this to him to make him look ignorant.
Right,
Because
but
here's my thing. And hold on, Dwayne. This is my last point. Where the fuck is he? He should be breaking through our motherfucking TVs with a message right now. That motherfucker just expanded the emergency alert system last year and has full capabilities to hit on all of our cell phones and TVs at once. Why is there no emergency alert message? Why is there no speech that has been brought? Where is the fireside chat? I've been asking that shit for 4 years. I'm going to need a fucking answer on that because I'm
Come on.
tired of Trump at this point. Where the fuck is he? The whole fucking country is burning. Where the fuck is he?
you know,
Like, I get he's in a bunker, but you can tape a fucking speech from a bunker.
and you know what?
Yeah,
And here,
for sure.
and here, and here's right. And here's my thing. I think it's the Secret Service, and this is going to be another rabbit hole we're going to go down. Okay, Scarlett, follow the rabbit hole.
All the rubber.
Thank God I know how to go down these things because they're very dark. So, when the Secret Service moved him on Friday from Camp David, okay, with anonymous being involved, because I bet you the Secret Service already knows, and with the acts that Anonymous has already done today.
They're scared shitless.
If people catch
This
wind,
is going to be like WikiLeaks on acid. You feel me?
see, and that's where I was going.
Now, I know
If
a lot of
Anonymous,
lefties didn't want to pay attention to WikiLeaks when they dropped all the fucking Hillary Clinton emails. But let me tell you what, that shit was cutting edge fucking journalism. And
come on,
there are people that to this day probably haven't went through all those fucking emails.
you know what?
There's just so
No,
many
that's what his
that go
assertion.
through their fucking database.
You know what? And
Honestly.
here's the rest of my rabbit hole. If Anonymous catches wind of where Trump is at and leaks that,
Everybody knows he's at Camp David. If we everybody knows that.
here's the thing. If we catch wind that
He won't be breached at Camp David. You best believe that. They gonna drop motherfuckers like flies if they even try. I would not play around
It's not
with
even that.
military.
You can drop a nuke almost directly on it and he'd be fine.
pretty
Yeah.
much.
Like, there's nothing that they could do to get him out of there.
Well-
Honestly, he's locked out. They would have to have like another country's army to even try.
Well, here's my thing.
He's in Maryland.
Camp David's in Maryland?
No, I think it's
Like
north.
the
I
Vir-
think it's
I thought
north.
it was a Virginia.
No,
No, why is Trump in Maryland?
I just looked it up. Camp David. Google says he says it's in Frederick County, Maryland, near the towns of Thurmont. I don't know if I said that right. It's 62 miles
Yeah,
northwest of the national capital city of DC.
I knew that much.
Why would he even stay close to that? I'm looking up Camp David. Give me a minute.
Well, no, the camp is made for him. It's a military.
It's where they've
Yeah.
had all the
It's
peace
an
talks.
installation. It's not like a fucking cabin.
Holy shit, Scarlett, you were completely wrong on that. Camp David is
I thought it
located
was like
in
Virginia. I said Virginia or Maryland border. That's what I
it's
said.
located in Cataseton Mountain Park in Frederick County, Maryland. It's about a 30-minute helicopter ride
And then
from the
me
White
and
House.
Cielo thought it was Virginia, but we were close. Because I said either Virginia. If you go back, I said we were not into that. But if you go back, I said either Maryland
Not that
or
big a
Virginia.
deal. I mean,
border.
it's
That's
still-
only just that border, Washington D.C. that you
Correct.
could even go to, and it
And
makes
it's something
sense.
quick to get to escape.
Yes, exactly.
Well, here's my thing where I was going. Because the people in Minneapolis already proved they had mortars.
Hell yeah.
My next
Yeah.
thing is they can shoot a fucking mortar in that bitch.
No,
It'll be shut
I don't
down.
know.
It'll be shut
Like,
down.
you can shoot a fucking nuke, multiple
Yes.
nukes.
Yes.
Multiple
It is a base majority built into a mountain.
What?
So you ain't doing
They
shit.
have to
well.
they
It's
have to
probably
have
like Area 51. Like there ain't no one getting in.
like treaties and like
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
the peak
there's like an actual
like
huge bunker base.
Yasser Arafat. I remember when he had Yasser
Yep.
Arafat there.
That's correct.
Yeah, for the Middle East peace talks. Yeah, with Clinton.
Yeah, many years ago.
Absolutely.
Yeah, about 20
Well,
years
yeah.
ago.
They have like the conference area, and it's kind of like all schmoozy and whatnot. But they have like the area where he sneaks off to, and there's like, there's military outposts. I'm sure there's probably like the most advanced like on ground security system, and then you have like one of the most impenetrable bunkers most likely around.
And it's restricted airspace.
Yeah.
And
You okay?
yeah,
Probably having a seizure. Her be okay. He's having a seizure right now.
Wayne,
So
did you listen to my voice, bud?
he's laying down on the couch right now. Just
I
give
need
him-
you to come back to us, Dwayne. Wayne,
I'm here.
He's good.
thank you. Good
Oh.
job, bud.
I was waiting for that one.
Well, I was surprised the one you just had when we were on the phone wasn't worse. So.
God, God, Jesus.
Well, you
That
knew
is right.
well, he knew it was coming because he put up his hands.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
put up my, yeah, I'm good. I put up my hand so they kind of knew like something was about to happen.
Thank you for letting me know that, because then I can help Dwayne.
Yeah, I put my hands up because I felt it.
Right.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm back.
Well, I just told Jordan what was happening so he didn't freak out.
But no, like I was saying, you know, Scarlett, I agree with you on one thing, okay? He fucking changed the whole National Emergency Board, right?
Yeah.
So this is where I agree. This is where I will 100% agree on this point. Why the fuck are you being a pussy and cowarding away
Right.
when your whole fucking country
Is burdened.
is burning to the ground? You have police officers being assaulted.
You have a police officers assaulting people.
You have police officers assaulting people. It's
You
going.
got people assaulting police. You got people assaulting regular folks. You got fucking regular folks fighting back against these folks. I mean, you literally have a civil war without there actually really being side. That's what's so
Right.
dangerous
That's the
about
whole thing. It's like almost like by proxy, and it's like
Yeah.
You know what? And here's my
these
thing
people
too.
who are driving an idealism versus say like north south, Confederacy, Union, that sort of thing.
You know, and
So
this
you
is
don't even know who is your enemy or who isn't. To
Right.
be fair.
and this is my
That's
point that
why
I'm
the
going to make.
militias don't want to come up, don't want to activate, because
Correct.
they don't know who's friendly or foe.
You know what, Scarlett, and I know that you were saying about the whole all police are corrupt, but here's the thing I can prove you wrong with.
Nope.
Well,
The structure is a police state, and it is by design to control the people. Look here.
okay,
there
now
was not
let me
police-
prove you wrong. Let me prove you wrong real
Hold
quick.
on, let me finish my thought, but because people need to know why I say this, because you can't bring up topics that we talk about not on air and then act like people know the backstory of what I say. Why I say this is because of the fact that the whole system by design is a control mechanism on the people. How it was supposed to be, individuals were supposed to be deputized. You know what Mayor Fry and the goddamn Walls need to do right the fuck now? Deputize everybody in the state of Minnesota right the fuck now.
And I
Who's a lawful, abiding citizen.
and I agree with that, but here's the thing where
You would stop a lot of shit. Because here's the deal. The way these systems have been set up for so long it is made with corruption with these captain leaders and this chain of command bullshit that they even put people in the military with. Okay? This shit is a mechanism of control. They all have brainwashing that is done by design. You can look up the government documents. You can look up the training manuals. They literally break these men's minds to be put into these jobs. And so by design, they cannot help but be a part of the corruption, be a part of the problem, no matter what.
well let
That is why I say for the phrase all cops are bastards, even if they don't realize it. One of the things why my friend would never become a police officer is because she said when she was a police reserve, she found out you actually can't help people. You can only go by the letter of the law.
Well, here's the thing. This is where I was going with you, okay? Because me and Tila were talking about this. Okay, me and Tila were talking about this on air before my computer done
But you got to think about that though. Like if you're, hold on. Like let me just give one explanation of why. Let's say like the police come to your home for a domestic. Unless the domestic falls under categories of statute under the law, they can't do anything about it.
Right.
So and let's say something else happens, whatever infraction it is, they can only go by what's written by the legislature. So if there's something there that doesn't necessarily fit your situation, the police cannot help you on that situation. Therefore, policing by design has gaps because it's not the police who are coming up with the rules, it's the legislature. The legislature, and we have to remember who's in the legislature, it's special interests and fucking big corporations and lots of fucking money and promises, okay? And then those people who are promised the fucking world by these globalist corporate assholes then get the legislature to make shitty fucking legislation to then make it into fucking titled code, and then that gets passed down to the police. Then the police have to enforce the shitty laws that were created by the fucking legislature, and they don't get a choice to change them themselves. If they want to do things differently, they don't get a choice to, and that's bullshit. Police should have some involvement with what they choose to go after people for because they know what's affecting their communities better than a legislature who's sitting at the Capitol.
right, but
This community policing needs to come back. This is why I say the structure is fucked by design. You cannot help it. We must just throw it out at this point and start the fuck over. We can't sustain this. This has fallen. They have taken over fucking police stations. Once the police stations have become overrun, they need to just all fucking resign and sit the fuck down.
well, okay, here
You guys aren't even hard enough to hold up and maintain your motherfucking fort. But I guarantee you, if somebody comes here, I'm going to fucking maintain my fort, but they wouldn't even do theirs. So
Well-
you have to see it because they were told to stand down. They were told to do this. They were told to do that. They're just following orders. So there may be good people in the police department, but the police department structure by design makes them a part of the issue and a part of the culture and a part of the problem. And that is the bottom line, the point blank in the period.
Then-
And I will listen to what you have to say, but just keep in mind that you have to remember these are all systematic groups of controls. It would take me probably 5 or 6 hours to explain all of the mechanisms that are involved. Like I said, it's not just legislature, this, that. I could sit and break down all the problems why policing in and of itself is fucked. Like, it's just the way it's designed.
okay, so can I go with my point then here for a minute?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, if all police officers were bad, okay, this is where I'm gonna go. If all police officers are bad, and sorry, I'm checking the thing on my stimulus check
And
while
I'm
I'm
not
doing
saying
this.
all of them are bad. What I'm saying is they're bastards. They're part of this problem. They could be standing right now and standing, and instead of hitting people during
Yeah.
peaceful protests, they could be marching with.
You know what? That's
You know,
where I was just getting ready to go. Hold.
Many cities, a friend of mine is out in Humboldt County, California. Their police in two cities have actually walked in the rallies with them.
That's
Do you know? And tonight, but it wasn't televised tonight in Minneapolis. And I feel this was a little bit of ass kissing too, but let's bygones be bygones right now, okay? Chief Arredondo taking a knee on 38th in Chicago at Cup Foods.
you know what, and that's where I was going. You've had Minneapolis Chief Police, you've had the Texas Chief of Police, you had Miami-Dade Police Department, we've had the Canton Police Department after last night finally come out and stand with us. We've had the Massillon Police Department take a knee in front of their department. We've had the North and South Carolina Police Departments finally take a knee. So police officers are seeing that their system is corrupt. Because I'm not saying it's not. But
It is, and that's the problem. But you see what I mean? If you're a part of an institution right now, because there is no change, you then are a part of the problem. You get what I'm saying? And so until it comes from within, the police officers either changing their attitudes, talking. The one nice thing we did see today was a Seattle police duo, right? Seattle, I believe it was Seattle. He had his knee on a protester's neck, okay? Same fucking shit.
I talked about that on air. One cop fought back.
He fought his partner. He fought this other officer and pushed him the fuck off of him. That's what we need, all these officers. Instead of Tu Thao, who now is not even in the state of Minnesota. Did you know that, TLO? He's not even here.
What?
Yeah, he's not even here. The other officer, the Asian one, he's not even fucking here. They let him leave the state.
What?
Why would you let them? Why would you? Wow.
In the middle of a murder investigation?
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. Well, technically he's not under, public investigation. But it's they fucking let him leave.
For the last few wasn't, he didn't have any, bail or bond or whatever.
Right, but they could have told him that he ain't to leave, trust me. You fucking stick around, because if you leave and we have to chase you, it's worse.
Because here's the thing, and what people don't realize, if you leave out of state and there's a warrant issued for you and you're caught, there's only one force that can even step across the state line to bring you back. No.
Yeah, U.S. Marshals.
U.S. Marshals and the American Task Force are the only two.
Yeah, you don't want the U.S. Marshals on your ass, that's for sure.
I rode with a bounty hunter here in my state out of Akron, and he caught a guy that had 3 warrants in Florida. Had a warrant in Florida, warrant in the state of Utah, and a warrant out of New York. We had U.S. Marshals from all 3 states fighting over jurisdiction for that boy.
Well, yeah, and here's the deal. This is why I told the police at the 3rd precinct this on the steps Wednesday night. You don't all have to do this. You could be out doing something productive, like going to pick up these other people as citizen arrests. You could detain them and bring them to Mike Freeman's house and say, you need to, or else we will have a court and a citizen grand jury of we the people, which we are actually allowed to do per the Constitution.
Well, here, that almost happened to a cop tonight, and TLO explained this. It was a black cop that got separated from his group, and a bunch of people came to jump his ass.
Cop. That's the thing. It was a white cop.
It was a white cop and a bunch of black people.
Yeah, that's why they knew that his ass was going to be,
lynched.
Lit. And so a line of black men formed around him to protect him.
Good for them.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. It's it's the truth that there is a lot of corruption. And I said this before. It's not that I don't trust the cops the people themselves. I don't trust the institution because the institution
Damn right.
was created.
I don't trust
Yes.
the
And it's
institution,
not
but
necessarily that they're good cops, bad cops, because if they're, just like Starlet says, if they're working for the institution, then they're part of the problem. But there's
Right.
some of them that will go above and beyond by meaning
True.
they won't follow just the orders that are given to them, and they will actually help people. And those are the true officers, or those are the true people who act as police officers.
you know,
Correct.
like this,
That is true.
like the Masson
That
cop
is
who.
true. The ones that, and half of them honestly are sitting their asses at home because they've been fired out of precincts across America.
Correct.
And that's the sad truth. We need to go, like I said, we need to go back after all this is done, and we need to look into police corruption and figure out if there are officers who we could replace.
You know,
You know, the fact that Derek Chauvin had 17 complaints and only like one official reprimand or two official reprimands, ridiculous.
Exactly.
you know,
There
but
should have been more reprimands over those complaints because I
Well, I'm
think
sorry, but if you have more than 15 complaints, I don't know if you should be like being a
yeah,
police
because that's
officer.
like 1 a year with him because didn't he have a 19-year police career history?
22.
Yeah, and I was 18, but yeah.
Nope,
22 years?
22 years.
Okay, but
Right.
still, you have 19. You have 19 complaints on your record. That's literally almost 1 a year, and you got to skip a couple. Okay, shit.
Because
30 minutes.
here's my thing that I was going to
You
go
see what-
at.
you get what I'm saying, though, Dwayne? Like,
Right,
we
no.
only missed 3 at that point.
No, I get it. And here's the thing: like the Masson cop who sprayed me last night. I won't say his name. He was a part.
I would.
I'm not that type of person to do it because.
I would because
Well,
you know
here's
what?
the
That's
reason why.
ridiculous. Maybe people have a change of heart.
Well, here's
Maybe
the
he'll
reason
think
why.
about his actions.
Well, here's the reason why I'm not going to throw his name out here. Okay.
I would.
When the civilians were helping me wash my face off, and nobody knows this, I had a seizure on scene last night with the pepper spray. When I woke up, I had 10 police officers on me. My memory is just coming back to me. I had 10 police officers on me, and the one person who had me in his arms was the officer who sprayed me.
Well, good.
Was the
He
officer who sprayed me.
for his actions.
And
He
he,
should.
Exactly.
I feel terrible.
He probably instantly realized, and he's like, "Oh shit!"
and he,
I really fucked this guy up. Like, oh my God, like, what did I do?
he
And I
looked
think
at
that
me.
really shocked him into his actions because you can't just be willy-nilly spraying everybody. People have asthma.
You can't.
People have issues. You know,
You can't
it's-
just be indiscriminately using force, no matter if it's lethal or non-lethal.
And
You
he
can't do that
apologized to
because
me.
People are susceptible to a lot of shit.
And he
well, how many
apologized to me.
people, You know, one of our
Can I
correspondents-
finish? Can I finish for a minute?
No, one of our correspondents is currently fucking throwing up for the past fucking day from being hit by fucking pepper spray in Denver. No, you cannot interrupt me to say that.
I know that.
To the listeners,
I said something about it today, yes.
earlier, they may not have been watching that broadcast.
No. So Becca, who is one of our hosts here, was tear gassed, I believe, 4 times
3
yesterday.
times, I believe.
Well, she got hit another 3 times after the first one. Was hit 3 times. And I'm going to say this. I told her not to get close to the police officers. Here's the reason why.
Yeah.
Because she had her 3 black kids with her. And I told her on air when we were going over pro tips for her, because this ain't the first time that I've been a part of a couple protests myself with being a paramedic. I told her, you're bringing 3 African-American kids with you. You're going to be the first, soon as they see a white mom with 3 black kids, are going to start tear gassing you. What happens? 30 seconds later.
Yeah, I sure wish that she would have brought some baking soda solution or something because
Yep. I told her to take milk with her.
type of stuff. I had a lot of things that going on.
I told her to take a gallon of milk for each of them. Her and her three
baking
boys.
soda water. No, baking soda water solution. It actually, according to at least the gas they're using here in Indianapolis, which I'm sure is like all the other CNS nerve agent gas.
Right.
The baking soda solution, according to the manufacturer's website of Triple Chase, states that a 5 to 10% baking soda solution will deactivate it, because they do give you tips on the actual manufacturer's website to actually help treat yourself.
See, I didn't know that, but what I was saying earlier though, before too, is when I came out of my seizure, I decked this cop because I came up swinging this time, and I normally haven't.
Well, okay, you got hit in a aggressive manner. So
Right.
Of course you come swinging because you probably thought you were being taken over. Shit.
When the one cop put his taser in my back, Kruger stood up and went like, "Don't you fucking dare."
Oh, damn, he just said his name.
Fuck, I did. He went like, "Don't you fucking dare." He's already had a seizure, and who knows if we're going to kill him with a second one. I refused to go to the hospital.
And that's not even a conversation that you should be having as a police officer. You get what I'm saying? This is a part of the problem.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? Because here's the deal. He wasn't indiscriminate about his actions. He had no problem doing it to you, but then felt bad afterwards because he actually saw a consequence of his actions. See, police are too busy watching police and cop and hero shows and dreaming about it as little boys and then becoming police officers, where they're chasing the action. And maybe they've been a cop that's never seen action, and this is the prime time to go. This is the big show. This is goddamn Super Bowl. This is it. This is it. And so I think they're taking advantage of that. And I'm sorry. They're going to have to realize that their actions cause real problems. And until they stop, this shit ain't going to stop, unfortunately.
Jordan, what's your opinion on all of this, bud? After hearing that. Sorry, he's eating. But while Jordan's saying that, when I decked him.
Ask Renee. Is she still there?
Yeah, hold on. When I decked him, I had 6 cops on me plus a taser. And Kruger defended me. Mind you, I'm asthmatic. I cannot wear this fucking thing, so I did not have it on. Because the fact, if it got hit with pepper spray, I was gone. I can breathe a whole lot better without this on. And getting hit with pepper spray would have made it 30 times worse for me.
The more you tell me about what happened to you, the angrier I get that you waited so damn long to get a hold of me today.
I just got my memory back. It takes a day.
No wonder I was worried about you. You just sent one text. I got sprayed. I didn't hear from you for hours.
I got a call from Scarlett, and I had to call my show manager because I was supposed to go live, and I didn't. So I had to let my show managers on the phone. Right, Scarlett, say hi.
Correct.
That's my show manager. I had to call my show manager because policy is when something like this happens, we call her. I didn't call her first. I called TLO.
Dude.
I called TLO because I didn't know if you were awake or not.
I don't know. You could have sent a text or something and said, like, I don't feel good. I'm going to sleep.
This man lying. No, our whole friendship done been after midnight. And he's going to act like,
well,
yeah, for real. We're just.
I called TLO.
Swear to God, TLO.
Well, I called TLO first, not thinking.
Of course.
You
now you're trying to
can't,
make excuses, dog.
you can't blame me. I had a seizure.
You're just trying to replace me.
No, I called TLO because I did try calling you first and you didn't answer the phone. So I did call you first. You didn't answer, so I called TLO. I told TLO I had been sprayed. And actually, Scarlett, I did text you and told you I was sprayed. Thinking about it because I just looked at my messages. I did text you. I said I was OC sprayed. Because you told me to go home.
Oh, yeah, you did message me.
I messaged her and told her I was OC sprayed. The next thing you do is I call my journalist.
But your friend went live, right? You were with your friend and your friend went live, right?
No, I shared that live feed. I
That
was
wasn't
going down myself.
that wasn't you then.
No,
You
that was not
wasn't-
me.
Oh, okay.
Before I could even, as soon as I got my phone up off my hip, I was sprayed. Because I have an OtterBox. And this is what it's attached to, which attaches to my belt. I pulled my shirt up, plain as day. Took it off my clip from the car. Put it on there, put it on my hip, and detach the phone. I always do that. It's a fucking ritual for me with an OtterBox. So I don't do that, and I take it off the clip first. I drop the fucking phone. And I can't drop this phone because it's almost a $2,000 phone. Anyways, as soon as I get my phone off, I got sprayed, seizure, wake up, punch a cop. Technically, I should have went to jail last night. Technically. One reason I didn't, I had a seizure.
I mean, did they help treat your eyes since they were all there? Did
They actually dumped a gallon and a half of milk on my eyes because
The
I was
cops
burning.
did.
And what are they
Wow.
going to do to
The cops
deconvince?
did?
What are they going to do to make sure? And have you gotten rid of that clothing? Where's the clothing that you were wearing?
It's gone. I actually had to throw it away.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because it's the exposure. You have to go take it to dry clean it.
I threw it away. I had these clothes on me. They actually helped get me dressed in a restaurant bathroom. They actually broke a window to get me changed. So yeah, I'm currently in new clothes.
Cause this has got me concerned too. Like if they're using besides just the pepper spray, I'm more concerned about the nerve agent. Okay.
They weren't
If
using
you're-
nerve agents for some reason. They were just using. Oh shit! I dropped
Yeah, a
Scarlet.
lot of departments are probably choosing what they want to use. Pepper spray is just as bad though.
It's not pepper spray either. I can tell you that. I've been hit with pepper spray. That wasn't pepper
Well,
spray.
pepper spray that they have has nerve agent in it too. I have the same type of.
Oh no, honey, that's bear spray.
Pepper spray.
That's fucking bear spray. There's a difference.
Dude, it's not freaking bear spray. They do not allow sale of bear spray. It's actually a federal offense to use bear spray on an individual.
It felt like it. I've been around when bear spray's been used, and holy fucking shit.
Yeah, no, but I'm telling you what it is. It's a CNS nerve agent spray. In pepper spray. Okay, and it's police grade. I own a can, and the police shit's stronger concentration, but it's still on the container says police grade. But it is a pepper spray CNS nerve agent mix, and mine also has UV black light technology, which for women I highly recommend. If you carry that type of pepper spray and a rapist or an attacker appears, this allows the police to identify that attacker within 72 hours of the attack. Of which the highest probable time to catch them is in those first 72 hours, or else really your chances go down for conviction unless you have serious proof.
Right, and
But
I have a
But
bruise on
it's
my
a good
ass from
thing
a
to
rubber
use.
bullet.
But what they're using is a pepper spray CNS nerve agent mix. So yes, they did hit you with the nerve agent because that's what made you react that way. Now pepper spray can too, but this shit is some lethal shit, and they get big cans of it.
Well, and I'll tell you this too. I've got a big ass fucking bruise on my ass cheek from a rubber bullet. I can tell you that much because I know it's not for me hitting the fucking ground.
So what
There's
are
no
the side
fucking way.
effects then, Dwayne? If you had a seizure, what are for someone that can actually get through it? So what other side effects before that you can't see? Is it you can't see and breathe, or what does it do to you?
So with my seizure, what happens? I'm not explaining this on air so everybody knows, in case I have another one on air because we've never really talked about this. And since Scarlett's here, she can kind of help me explain it. When I have a seizure, my eyes go up into the back of my head, my jaw comes down, my arms clench for some god fucking reason in the middle of my chest, and I just start shaking like a fish out of fucking water. Now, what you got to do with my seizures and my mom's seizures, you have to talk to me. Because what I'm slowly doing is I'm slowly slipping away into an unconscious state. You have 3.5 to 4 minutes to get me out of a seizure. And a lot of people don't know this. You have 3.5 to 4 minutes. Now, I think it's actually 3 minutes to get me out of a seizure. before oxygen stops and brain damage occurs. Because the first 3 minutes of a seizure is vital. As you guys can tell, when I have like my 1.5 ones, my 2-minute ones, or Scarlet, or my mom gets me out of them, I come up, I'm okay, I remember where I am, who I'm at, what happens. But yesterday when I had one, they said I was out for 6.5 minutes, which why it's taken me so long to remember the recurring events of what happened last night. Because my seizure attacks different parts of my brain. It attacks my speech, it attacks the memory, and sometimes it attacks what, Scarlet? My physical movement?
Yeah.
My physical movement. So if I have a bad seizure, I never go to the hospital unless mine are 8 minutes or longer. Is what my doctor has said. Because anywhere between a 3 and 6 minute mark, if you get me back quick enough and you give me 3 minutes to heal, when I come back, I can get my memory back. I can tell you where I'm at. Like the one I had when Scarlet was down here. And partially this is because of that fucking explosion and then fucking Scarlet disconnecting from the fucking internet, which pissed me off even more. Scarlet called. We got her back on my phone. I heard her voice, and her voice sounded shaky, and I went right into a seizure. Because in my mind, I thought Scarlet, and I'm going to say this again, I thought Scarlet got blown up. That's mine and Scarlet's joke between each other. It's an inside joke. I thought Scarlet got blown the fuck up. I thought we lost Scarlet. And then not hearing from TLO for 4 hours didn't help me either. Because TLO's phone died. Scarlet died. I thought Scarlet was dead. Fucking Scarlet.
I was asking about the effects of the pepper spray and the nerve agent, too.
The effects of the pepper spray? It burned your eyes and you can't see. They were throwing flashbangs, but thank God I didn't get hit with one of those because that would have fucking dropped me instantly. I was up for a good 3 minutes before I had a seizure.
Wait, so what's a flashbang do? I need you guys
makes it super bright. Makes everything super bright for like a few seconds.
Flashbang grenade is a concussive device that they use that they shoot out of like a gun that then shoots out and then hits the ground and then boom is like a bang. And then it's a startling thing. They use it a lot of times in raids and other, forms of combat to disorient your enemy. So then you can move in with like the nerve agent, or you can move in with like the triple chasers, or you can move in with like the CSOC gas, which is the same thing. Because I looked up the product on defensetechnology.com. Their OCCS spray is the same goddamn thing, and it's
sometimes a flashbang.
It's OCCS. It's the same damn thing, dude. I'm telling you.
No, I wasn't going there. I wasn't going there. Sometimes a flashbang can be shot out of a gun, or it can be manually hand set off.
Yeah, it can, depending on what type they have.
So if it's a riot,
if
it's a riot,
they do have like hand grenade flashbangs.
They do.
If it's a riot, they shoot it out of a gun because it's quicker and more effective to go off. If it's a raid,
you can shoot it from a long distance.
Yeah, and if it's
they shoot it out as like a canister propellant. So, like, they do that, and they also have ones where it, like, shoots out, like, rubber pellets. That also they use riot.
That is actually called a rabbit round, and I'm going to explain why that's called a rabbit round. That's its nickname.
Because your ass going to run like rabbits?
No. So, the rabbit round, it has 100 rubber bullets in it. Rubber balls in it. And that bitch hits the fucking ground, it explodes, and disperses the 100 bullets. In multiple directions. Now, with the handheld flashbang
I'm glad at least they haven't been using those here.
They actually did use. They did use them
with
on
how
Wednesday.
Big the crowds were in the thousands and shit. Absolutely.
Actually,
I've never seen so many people on our streets in life.
Actually, they did use them, and I can tell you why. Because I got a glimpse of the canister. Now, an OC canister, a rabbit round canister, and a flashbang canister are all different sizes.
Well, of course.
No, they're 40 millimeter usually.
The rabbit round,
Excluded out of that stupid ass 40 millimeter, especially like the CS gas and the rubber rounds. So the triple chase, as well as the rubber bullets, at least that the Minneapolis Police Department was using per their scanner, are the 40 millimeter rubber rounds and the triple chase gas, which is also a 40 millimeter round as well. So they're shooting it out, at least here in Minneapolis, out of the same device.
well, somehow I saw the fucking rabbit round container.
And they may have something different for that, but as far as like what I've seen is that
Them
the basic
orange
uniform
guns-
on Lake Street.
them orange guns we seen, like, or like the attachment that the National Guard had under it.
Yeah, I've seen the orange ones.
The orange
Yeah.
one, even though it's a 40 millimeter round, they can still shoot a lower caliber round out of that bitch.
Well, the 40 millimeter is just a shell casing, like that they put it in, like because it's large.
It's a
It's like-
designation of it.
And you have a lot of different shells. So.
I think it's a 20
Yeah.
millimeter round that the rabbit rounds come out of because it's a smaller, compact.
No, our rubber rounds in particular were 40 millimeter rounds.
No, I'm talking about the rabbit rounds, honey.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying, then you have to say rabbit rounds are 20 millimeters.
Yeah, the rabbit rounds are 20 millimeters because it's more compact, tight, to where when it hits, the rubber balls have more room, have more compressed air to go sideways and up or down. But the OC spray, what that will do to you, and I'll explain the effects of this because I was going to go into the National Guard. God, I was 3.5 weeks away from going to fucking boot camp. And we got to experience an OC round go. That shit will blind you for fucking days. It will make you sick.
Yeah. They hit people in the head to the point where it's been lodged into their skull.
When I was actually out in Louisville today, during our EMS department, I went back out today because my certs are done.
Damn, this wind is ridiculous.
So what happened is one of our Louisville guys got popped in the head with it, and he has an indent right here. But Jordan, what's your opinion on all this, dude? Because you've been quiet over there. Like the
That's
police,
been listening. I mean,
like
yeah,
the
that's been listening.
police using unnecessary force, for peaceful
that's the
protests.
militarization of the police after the war ended. You're getting more and more veterans who don't have anywhere to use their aggressive tendencies, so they go to the police departments and they're getting all this, extra surplus equipment that the military doesn't need anymore, and so they're just using it in everyday like riot gear and everything, and those APCs you see rolling down the street as from the police are actually just surplus APCs from the military.
Right. So my thing is me and Scarlett covered this on Tuesday. All the protesters there were peaceful.
Oh, for sure, they instigate them.
And they were TLO will account for this, and TLO I keep hating to bring this up on you.
They have first started on 38th in Chicago at Cup Food, right? A place that I have been personally. TLO has too, I'm sure. Yeah, we all been to Cup Food. Okay, if you've been to the hood over South Side, you've been to Cup Food. So, with that being said, and it's not to be mistaken with Cub Foods, a grocery store chain here in Minnesota. Okay. So, with that being said, so the protest then moved from 38th in Chicago in a large group, and I would say, how many people you want to think it was, TLO? Like, I really want to say like 10,000 people.
Well, at least 5,000, but yeah, probably close to 10,000.
Walked from 38th in Chicago to the 3rd precinct, okay? And that was just to march on the precinct that had done this, okay? So that's where the peaceful protest started, okay? Then, day 2, things were kind of like split up. And we heard there was some ruckus going on down there, okay? But night 2, which was Wednesday, something was just hitting in the air that you could tell something was changing to the point where I even knew something was going to pop off. And I had said, like, if something pops off, I'm going out there.
She called me. like always.
Yeah.
Dude,
And
here's the thing I want to point out real quick.
Because TLO had been down there the first night with the Unicorn Riot coverage.
Dude,
Okay.
and here's the thing. Anytime
When
something
we got
bad
our
happens,
cameo, when we got our super cool cameo of TLO on Unicorn Riot,
dude,
right?
when
Right.
everything pops off bad, she doesn't care what time it is. She
What?
wakes me up. And her ringtone is literally, "Wake the fuck up, asshole."
Oh, I love that. How did you know that that's actually what I would want? Oh, thanks, Dwayne. You're such a fan.
Dude, no, if she calls me and I'm sleeping at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, I know it's not okay, and I need to wake my ass up, or she's going to keep calling me. Like when
I don't ever keep calling.
you did during Tropical Storm of Melody, you called me 5 times before I woke up.
Okay, yeah, Imelda when she goes live. Yeah. But okay, continue.
But when she calls me in the middle of the night on some shit, if I don't wake up and I call her back the next day, I'm going to hear it.
Well, we had heard that, things were getting a little dicey. That's why I had messaged TLO and was like, yo, Clea, you home over there?
Yeah, and then
Because I think you need to,
and then she messages me going like, "I need you to fucking call me. TLO might be in danger."
God damn it. This goddamn wind's about to break my sunflower. I'm about to kick their ass out here.
And
Goddamn wind.
I don't know what in the hell's going on out there for you, Scarlett, because it is dead calm here.
Dude, it's so windy out here.
but back to the point. So TLO ended up reporting for us on Tuesday night. TLO reported for us on Tuesday night.
Yes. And Wednesday night.
And so,
And
well,
Thursday.
you and Scarlett did.
Yeah,
Wednesday
we were both
night.
there on Wednesday.
I wanted to fucking murder this one because we're fucking all telling her to get the fuck away. Even Renee is. And she still.
But see, y'all don't know what it's like up here. So
Yeah.
I appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, right, exactly. Right.
But anyways,
I really
So
appreciate
TLO
everybody's concern, but you got to realize too, this TLO's neighborhood. Okay,
Yeah.
number
Well,
one,
we weren't
this man
yelling
ain't gonna
at
retreat from his
TLO.
neighborhood. This is his fortress. Why would he retreat? You get what I'm saying? Why would you be afraid of your
Well,
own motherfucking
no,
neighborhood?
it
Oh my
wasn't
God, this is so
TLO
strange.
we were telling to get the fuck out of there. It was you because you're a woman, and the police
Oh,
got there.
that ain't got shit to do with it. There was a
But-
bunch of other
That's
women
right.
there.
But anyways, TLO,
Equality and equity, baby.
and
You
I
know what
hate.
I'm saying? I'm saying though, women, everybody was equal. I didn't see nobody treating nobody bad.
And here's the
Honestly,
thing.
Very true. Exactly. Except for that bitch fight.
Oh, that was
the-
funny
the
as fuck.
transgender fight that I caught on
Exactly,
camera?
yep.
Yeah.
That was funny as
That
fuck.
was the only thing that popped out between the people that were on the ground.
Dude, that transgender bitch was ready to whip that other transgender bitch. But back to what I was
She
saying
was
for a
ready.
minute.
She was ready.
She was.
She took her wig off earlier
Yeah.
about to fight the other girl for something else, and that was gold too. But then the next time it was lit. Like I ain't gonna lie, that was interesting.
But back to what I was
It
saying.
was.
To get Jordan's opinion, Jordan, we seen police, TLO witness. I think TLO was standing beside this little girl. They shot a 12-year-old little girl with a 40mm rubber round. And let me pull this bitch up so you can see what it looks like.
Yeah, hit her in the side.
Let me pull.
And people keep saying
Little girl
you
had a
couldn't
cat.
have kids that
It was not a cast, but like a brace, a leg brace or something. So she was wobbling around, but that's what I'm saying. It's like this very young girl is out there exercising her fucking constitutional rights, but doing something. I'm sorry, but to call some of y'all out a lot more than you guys have done, and like she gets hit by a bullet because they're just shooting indiscriminately into the crowd. That's not very patriotic. That's not very constitutional. That's not very policeman-like either.
No, it was absolutely ridiculous, and they wonder why the people who were agitators or who
Exactly.
were shit starters would then want to attack them. They
Exactly.
see people being attacked, police attacking individuals. What are they supposed to do? You know, they forget people have tempers and anger problems and all types of things going on. So,
Right.
You know, they just act like we're supposed to take it all in, like this some third world country. Okay.
Right.
I'm sorry, but watching your fellow people be assaulted is not something that you watch every day or that you should stand by and
Right.
allow when you're out there
decades.
for police fucking brutality.
Hey, Scarlett,
decades.
I'm going to explain this round real quick. So here on camera, I have a 44 millimeter OC spray. Okay, but right here, where the fuck is this bitch at? This one right here, Jordan, where my cursor is at, is what they were shooting at people. The 44 millimeter blunt impact projectile. The one they were also shooting, is all the way over here. The 44 millimeter OC powder.
Excuse me.
So once this bitch popped off, what this does is disperse gas into the air. That one just hurts like a bitch. It's called BEP. But
Whose kitty is outside? Somebody's kitty's outside.
oh, can we not start on kitties again, please? I'm gonna cry.
I'm sorry, but somebody's kitty's outside. Whose kitty is
Don't worry, I still have like. No, we're good.
Yeah, I don't know whose kitty that is.
And then
Another
right
kitty.
here, if I can pull this image up, TLO right, not TLO, but Jordan right there. That's what they shoot.
Holy cow.
Jordan,
That's messed up.
That's what they shoot it out of right there.
That's messed up.
That's a 40 millimeter exact impact round. Now I will show you what they are shot out of. There you go.
No.
Scarlett, I don't know if you're seeing this when I'm showing them, hon.
No, I'm not. I'm currently staking my sunflowers outside. So no.
And also right here is what they shoot them out. This is what Minnesota was using. Minnesota was using this.
Show them the triple chaser gas.
Hold on.
You gotta go to defensetechnologies.com, but I would just look up triple chaser on a search, and then you can find it real quick. The triple chaser gas I find is very fascinating, okay? Because I kept noticing that they would be calling this commander in. So I got to listen to every time they deployed gas. So, okay, the whole scanner situation is really fucked up because I actually have a private scanner. We're not going to talk about how that works, right? Right.
Me and Scarlett both have it.
Yeah, okay. But I've been able to listen to all their channels since this shit started, okay?
Triple chaser gas.
And where other people have not been able to, okay? Which is unfortunate for them. But I've been able to listen, and they were calling the calls into the commander. It's the same commander every time. I'd be interested to know who this guy is. Because some of these guys are trigger happy. Like, they just want to keep using the gas to try to get rid of people because they don't want to, like, effectively police. And
That's
they
the
kept
hold
calling
on,
it in.
Scar. That's the round right there of a triple chaser. It still has the bullet on top, so when it hits you, it disperses.
You're probably not showing the right thing right now. You better be showing this canister right now. Triple chaser, separating canister, CS gas.
From the defense technology, I'm looking at it.
Okay.
It's a hand. The one I'm seeing is a hand pin.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
That is what they're using.
This is a hand canister.
But it can be hand thrown or launched from a delivery system.
So right here, you're seeing the pin, the handle, and the separating canister. Now,
Okay, now, I kept saying, I would like to deliver 3 cans of triple cheese. And then dude would be like, okay, you will release, that has been authorized, you will release 3 cans of triple cheese on my command. And then the command is deliver. Okay, then they release the gas.
3 times.
Then, 3 times. Because that way if a radio transmission doesn't come through, maybe you hear one of them. Okay, correct. So then, the guy would call back in, and he'd be like, can we use gas again? And then the commander would be like, no, you are not authorized to use it again. Like, they were having, like, internal struggles. Yes. You know, cops are calling in asking, can I get cover? We don't have any cover for you. What can we do about arresting these people? This was Friday night, okay? Friday night, they were like, what can we do about arresting people? Oh, we don't have a plan.
Yeah.
I heard that. I heard that.
We
I
are
laughed
fucking
my
3 days in at that point from the mayhem.
dude.
Let's not even say from the beginning of the protest, because Wednesday night was the beginning of mayhem.
Yeah.
Okay? All right?
I was
Then,
laughing my ass off when this came over and the cop asked, "Can we start arresting people? What's the plan?" I hear the fucking commissioner come through and go like, you heard this, pause. He was like,
yeah, basically they were like, oh, we don't have a plan for arresting any of these people. We'll get back to you when we do. This is Friday night. 3 days into the whole city burnt. The whole city goddamn burnt at this point.
Correct.
Wednesday
Oh,
night,
burnt.
shit got burnt.
They didn't burn the White Castle though.
They left White Castle?
No, they left
They
the White
did.
Castle. They did leave the White Castle.
Of course
So
they
that
fucking
was
did.
good.
Burn that shit. It's disgusting.
No.
To be honest,
that was-
they left the BK too over there on
But-
what is it, 38.
So, Jordan and
Good for
Renee,
them.
I got a question for
38
both of
minutes.
you. I got a question for both of you. You guys are hearing the senseless violence that the city of Minneapolis used because they're fucking cunts, they're fucking pricks, and they go die in a fucking hole and suck their dick.
Well, I mean, they're using things that they collected when the previous quote-unquote riots occurred, which they were riots, but there was only like a few people on a bridge starting shit.
But my
Most
question
of the
is to you,
protests-
I would tell y'all, like, let's just be real. Like, a lot of people are angry, but I would say 20% were the ones that were breaking shit and whatnot. A lot of people were looting, but that's just because it's more of a crime of opportunity. They're like, oh shit, I'll go into Target real quick and grab me some toilet paper.
Right, and people
Or
were,
TV.
people had
And they were.
Legos.
Everybody was. I saw like a 60 to 70-year-old woman going up in there and grabbing some.
dude,
I
and here's the
know.
thing. I seen
saw a girl grab like pads, shoes, like household things. It wasn't just like frivolous things either. Like people
Yeah.
were probably just grabbing that shit to survive, especially with COVID.
Think
and
about
all
it
the
this way,
shortages.
people. Yeah, things have been closed already because of the COVID-19 bullshit. People have been out of work already for a very long time because of the COVID-19 bullshit. People were already like on the borderline of having like supplies and like food and necessities and hygiene products and all that shit. And this like came, and that's why it was.
That problem in the hood, even with
Okay.
COVID-19.
okay.
Exactly.
So I want to address Jordan and Renee real quick since you're both here. You guys are hearing this. You guys have seen what has been used. You guys are hearing that many of the Minneapolis people was not doing nothing to deserve this treatment from the 3rd Precinct, State Patrol, and National Guard. Now, what is your guys's? I want to hear your guys's complete feedback one by one and hear this. I'm going to single both of you out on the screen too because I can.
Ooh, da-da-da.
So I want to start with the most shy one. No, wait, wrong person. Hi, Renee.
Hi.
Lame.
So you're asking what I think when they were peacefully protesting and all this started happening.
What's your thoughts and opinions on it? Yeah.
I mean, I don't like that it's happening, but I saw it coming because nothing's changing. I think I told you that before.
Yeah.
As far as it getting as bad as it's gotten, I mean, just from watching your guys' feed all week and like being on my Facebook and stuff, I definitely think there's another like agenda behind it, since there's like cops like starting it to make it look like it's people doing it when it's them. So
Right.
Yeah, they're looking for sympathy, and I get like, okay, you know, I was one of those people who even when cops were getting attacked and things, you know, with all the back the blue line, you know, I was telling people, let's have like an even head about this, right? And you know what I mean, and all that, because then they tried to come out with, well, Blue Lives Matter, you know, and they tried to challenge people and tried to act like, well, but we're cops. You know, and they always get special privilege. Right? That was bullshit, because all the black folks was trying to say.
They almost tried to hijack the message that
movement. Yeah.
But
They
back,
really did, because you know what? I have a neighbor who's actually a black dude who has a back to blue line flag on his house. And it's just like, you just pick sides. You shouldn't have to pick sides on this.
so
The
back,
issue is that black people are suffering, and that is all we are trying to say. We are not trying to say that our lives are more significant than yours. That is not what we are trying to say. No one who is black is trying. Now, maybe some black folks are. Okay, well, but we ain't with them, okay? That's not my message.
So let's just be real. It's about perspective, and there's some blacks that have had it a hell of a lot worse than others, and so those ones feel like everybody's out to get them. Sometimes even their own people or other blacks.
right? Let's
And
flip.
so those are the ones that have the chip on the shoulder. Those are the ones that, you know, say down with everybody else,
Right,
that sort of thing. You know, death to whitey, that sort of thing.
right.
And, you know, let's just be real, folks. Like, it's still valid.
Renee, when TLO's done speaking, you can go again.
Go ahead.
No, I just think the next thing I was gonna put into that is I don't know if it was with Jordan or if I was sharing it with you, but I saw videos. I don't know if it was on Facebook or TikTok. I don't remember, but it was about someone
Me, you sent me TikTok videos.
with the bricks.
Yep, on 77 North in Akron. Yeah, I was on the highway when that was happening. Unfortunately, yeah, I was driving.
But those were put there, and it wasn't by
Done by anybody
protesters.
Right.
Right. So now, Renee, do you have anything else to add before I throw your husband up?
No, I want to see what Jordan has to say.
All right, Jordan, you got the floor, my man.
All right, no problem. So basically, I think they are being instigators. I think Trump is having, like Renee said, another agenda with this whole COVID thing still going on. Because he said it's been already reported on that even in Dallas and Texas, there's less COVID testing sites than there are in the white areas and there are the POC areas. And that's been proven, and they're really up in arms about it. And Trump says, oh, look, police are doing this, or police are getting attacked. And so they're having like protests and riots, and mostly it's majority of POCs, even though there are some allies. But I think it's just a big ploy just to spread his message of intolerance. I don't think there's anything. I think we're looking too deep into this with the whole riot stuff because, like we said, they're instigating the riots. They're putting things there that would say, oh, yeah, this would be a good idea. There's some bad apples, but not all the people that go to the protests are wanting to get tear gas. They don't want to get shot at. They don't want to get rabbit punched, whatever you want to call it. And they're just like, rabbit rounds. And they're just like trying to protest peacefully, but there's so much going against them that going to a protest, this means you're like 75% going to get into a riot without knowing it, and then you're going to get shot at. So I think it's just a bigger agenda than just focusing on riots, honestly. I think there's something we're missing.
You know what? And Jordan, I agree with you there too. I know that's what me and my mom and Scarlett were all talking about the one night is we're missing another key picture of this. You know, because I seen Donald Trump came out and said there's going to be a lot more deaths this week, which Scarlett, I don't know if you heard that or not, but Donald Trump came out on a post and said there's going to be a lot more deaths next week than we've ever seen.
So they're distracting us right now with all the media and the riots. Something's going on that they don't want us to know while we're focusing on this.
Exactly, and that's why, like, I wanted to get the five of us on here.
It's interesting to actually go check to see if they're trying to pass any bills or anything right now.
They are.
Right.
Trump's executive order for the Twitter or
Usually
Facebook.
the time they would do some fucking shit.
Oh wait, hold on, Jordan. What did you say?
His executive order that's challenging Twitter and Facebook for fact checking and having them have to fact check everything, preventing startups from even getting ground.
Oh,
Can I post a link? Can I post a link real quick?
Yeah, you can post a link. post it. You can send it to me or send it to
The private chat.
the
If
private
it's in
chat,
StreamYard, you can send it.
Yeah.
or you can even email it to station manager at Freedom Revolution
I did
Network.
private chat.
I am not at my computer.
Well, I said, or you can email it to me at Dwayne at Freedom Revolution Network, but it's in the private chat. So I'm going to go ahead and post this here. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. And Scarlett, I'm going to go ahead and read this real quick.
I think that website's pretty centered. I try to find stuff that's not too biased.
Right. So I'm going to go ahead and read this real quick. All right. GOP divided over Trump's social media crackdown. Conservatives are deeply divided over President Trump's executive order directing the federal government to considering stripping some of the legal. Oh, I'm supposed to screen share this. Oops, I'm sorry. Hang with me, guys. Get the fuck out of here. Conservatives are deeply divided over President Trump's executive order directing the federal government to consider stripping some of the legal protections afforded to the social media platforms. The order, which came after Twitter appended a fact check to one of the president's claims about mail voting fraud, would potentially make it easier to sue the social media platforms over content posted by the people who use their websites. Conservatives have been long concerned by what they view as political bias in Silicon Valley. Those concerns have grown as outlets such as Google, Twitter, and Facebook have become primary sources of news and aggression for many consumers. News aggregation for many consumers. But some conservatives are appalled by Trump's executive order, viewing it as an authoritarian power grab that will lead to the government censorship and explosion of frivolous lawsuits and massive expansions of the regulatory state. Others are celebrating what they view as a long overdue crackdown on industry they believe has grown too powerful and too willing to stifle conservative speech. The executive order has split traditional ideological allies, including Senator Ted Cruz, R. Texas, and Mike Lee, R. Utah, two of the most conservative members of the Senate. Lee described the order as a terrible precedent and very dangerous slippery slope that is certain to be abused by future administrations seeking to regulate political speech. You keep government as far away from it as you possibly can, Lee said on Fox News Radio's The Guy Benson Show. Governments have been forced as their only real weapon. You don't want to force deciding the art of persuasion or deciding the art of communication with social media, he added. Cruz cheered the order, describing big tech as the greatest threat facing our democracy and arguing that the social media platforms have been able to hide behind legal protections to target speech with which they disagree and advance their own political agendas. The tech industry doesn't just stifle Americans' free speech, it shapes what Americans see, hear, issues, and ultimately think about the... Hey, Scar, can you do me a favor real quick?
They breaking into KMOJ.
Are you serious?
Oh, they just came on the scanner.
Wait, where are they breaking into?
KMOJ. The radio station, they always called it the people station. It was like the hood station in Minneapolis that had all the talk and all the people. You know,
they raided it like the FBI did?
quote unquote celebrities, or
Right.
it was the only station in the '90s that even had hip hop music on it.
Wait a minute, Obama's running again?
Oh my God, TLO! There's 10 people trying to break in, and they're shooting at KMOJ.
Hold on, I'm gonna see if Unicorn Riot's covering this. Give me a minute, because now if I
Damn,
can.
why are they trying to break into KMOJ?
Yeah, what the hell is going on with that?
So what is
Yeah.
Camel J's, if you don't mind me asking?
They said it's a hip hop station, kind of like a pop
What?
station, basically.
I don't know. Why would they even be
Hold
trying to
on.
break in there?
Scarlett, can you explain this to everybody? That way everybody's not confused.
It's 89.9 on the air. Do you have a radio?
I do have a radio. Hold on.
Scarlett, can you explain this to everybody?
What?
Renee and Jordan are confused.
It's a radio station here in Minneapolis. I just explained it.
Yeah.
Are they not listening? Like, it's a radio station in Minneapolis that was the only radio station in Minneapolis that played hip hop music. How is it so hard to understand?
Oh, you were talking so fast. We didn't hear you.
Yeah, I already
talk-
said that.
You talk way damn fast sometimes.
Well, yeah, when they're breaking into a radio station that's basically like a city icon for black people, that's an issue.
Okay, no,
Yeah.
they're not fucking covering it. What? Oh my fucking Lord Jesus. Let me see if Mill Creek City is covering anything.
No, they wouldn't. Where is KMOJ? Is that over south?
No,
Jordan, can you find anything on it?
I'm looking.
Oh, they set more shit on fire today. Look up 89.9. 89.9. Radio station in Minneapolis. I'm not screen sharing.
I think it's still off.
But no, I do want to kind of play a song real quick that's kind of just fucking sitting with this shit. And I kind of want everybody to hear it. Because me and my mom were talking about this the other day, Scarlett. And this is kind of sitting with me, and I'm going to turn everybody down and kind of mute everybody for a minute. Because I want people to listen to this. Because, you know, it's hitting home with everybody. And there's no way on God's green earth that I'm going to get hit with a fucking ad. But I want people to listen to this real quick. You know, because this is where my mind sits right now. And some of us can probably relate to this.
Nobody to run to, nobody to call, nobody to save me from this wrecking ball. Inside my head, inside my brain, controlling thoughts, driving me insane. So clip my wings and watch me fall, and burn through the sky until I lose it all. No, it's too late, there's no stopping now. I've tried a million times, but I don't know how. So I'm cutting the brakes, and I'm picking up the pace as my mind starts racing. I'm trying to erase all the negative things I can't change, but my brain is all over the place. I just want to stand still. I don't want to live my life without the force of me to take a pill. I don't really understand how I'm supposed to be a man in this land if I can't even handle all the little things. It's the little things that are taking place to make me overthink. What's this on me? What's this on me? Is it all for real or is it all a dream? Nobody to run to, nobody to call, nobody to save me from this wrecking ball.
And by the way, I do have rights to use this music because I've already asked the artist.
I've tried a million times, but I don't know how. No, I got nothing left to lose. And I hate to break the news. I've been sitting in my room for the past couple days contemplating suicide, cause I feel like there's nothing left that I can do. I've been trying to talk, but no one listening. Ain't nobody picking up my calls, they hear the bullshit. They just label me as one of the cool kids. The problem is they're only on the outside looking in. All the little things, it's the little things that are taking place to make me overthink. What's this on me? What's this on me? Is it all for real or is it all a dream? Nobody to run to, nobody to call, nobody to save me from this wrecking ball.
This is not good. Not good at all.
Song's almost over. Hold on.
So clip my wings and watch me fall. Burn through the sky
Until I lose it all. It's too late, there's no stopping now.
I've tried a million times, but I don't
Okay, so I want to explain this for a minute. Even though that song wraps around mental health, Scarlett, I feel like, did you hear any of that? Scarlett, you listening? Okay, Renee,
I'm here.
Jordan, did y'all hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Scarlett, did you hear any of it? Why can't I hear either of the two? TLO, Scarlett, y'all there?
I'm here.
Did you hear any of that, TLO?
Yes, I did.
You know, that kind of relates to what we're going with now, even though that song hits on mental health.
I suppose. So I'm trying to pay attention to my cat.
How's he doing?
It's undetermined right now.
What's he doing?
Not very much.
Poor TLO. Scarlett, are you there, hon? I can't hear Scarlett to save my fucking life.
Oh, I'm here.
No, did you hear any of that?
A little bit.
You know, to me, that relates to what we're all going through at this point because there's nothing we can do.
Right?
You know, we have nobody to run to, nobody to call. You know, in this time like this, you know, and I think this is where we're gonna leave it for tonight. You know, in times like this, we need people to run to, especially in a time like this, because we're gonna see the depth of this next week, of this next month. You know, like, it's probably coming to the point where I'm going to have to cancel a tour of mine in July. You know, because
They say it's already burnt to death.
they already burned it to the ground?
I don't know.
Oh, damn. Minneapolis, get your shit together. God damn. Nigga,
Your shit
damn.
gonna be burning too, just please.
They better not. I'm going to start shooting people.
Mm.
Stop burning shit. Nigga, damn. Y'all will see now why I'm losing my hair. I think I need to have another gaming therapy session with Jordan. It's about that time.
The world is wild. I thought it.
Man, they need to start leaving shit alone.
Well, okay. Here's my thing.
Damn.
I think they need to start. You know, tonight. Okay. Hold on. I gotta. Let me call you right back.
All right, start shooting the people that are burning shit. Teal, you agree with me?
Sorry to start on my cat.
Do you need me to let you go, bud?
No, it's alright.
Like, damn, they need to start shooting people that are burning shit. Nigga, damn. Like, damn. Stop. Stop it. Renee,
Well, it seems odd that they're targeting a specifically black, community-minded radio station that has always been there and has always been there for the black
Oh,
community.
Scarlett's calling. Hold on, TLO. Go ahead, TLO.
I thought you did Scarlett.
She's already here.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Go ahead.
No, I said I find it interesting that they're targeting black-specific community staple. And it seems that way with a lot of things, which seems very heavy-handed. Like, and that is a true question, why? Because, I'm sorry, we do act out sometimes when we get riled up, but to burn down all of our resources, I don't think even we're that capable.
No, I don't even think folks want to be like that, honestly. Not like that. They would have already done it by now if that was the case.
Exactly. I don't think it, and that's what I'm saying is like there's something else going on here because, yeah, it doesn't seem right.
I mean, other towns have rioted and burned things up before in the past.
Exactly.
Milwaukee, in particular. Or LA, the LA riots. These are kind of really reminiscent of those, the way people are, just going crazy.
They are just going crazy.
And it's like they've been locked up for so long that they're just losing their mind.
I think that definitely is playing a part in this. The fact that
nobody's around each other anymore, and like bars are closed, restaurants are closed. Like this is.
So people have a lot of weird pent up energy.
Yeah, because you just can't even go do anything even.
See, and I think that's part of the reason why Ohio ain't completely losing their shit yet. Besides certain parts of Ohio, thank God. Because we are somewhat free. And we're not cooped up in the house. I think that's honestly why the state of Minnesota is losing their shit. Because your guys' governor's a fucking douchebag. I've had to break my guitar out and just start picking. Shit.
Found something at least. Nothing recent, but still.
But I think where we're gonna leave this at for tonight, and we're gonna be back on tomorrow with my show, day number 8 of being live. God damn. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Day number 10, day number 11, whatever day it is of being live. I think where we're going to leave this at for tonight is we are under a state of martial law. Or this is the part where America's burning down, or the part where, I think just we're being well tricked by the government right now to think the protest is what's going on. And, this is what they want us to do. But guys, from the seas to the sky and from the great Buckeye state of Ohio, good night, universe. Renee, would you like to say anything before we close?
No, good night.
Just be safe.
Yeah, be safe.
Be safe.
Scarlett.
From the land of 10,000 lakes and fire. Good night, universe.
TLO.
Have a good one.
From the city of fire and back from the void, TLO out.
Good night, guys. We'll see y'all on the next one.
Good night.
Y'all can stay in here.